Such society revives, regenerates. You long to recommence your life in a way more worthy of an immortal being. Are you justified to attain this end in overleaping an obstacle of custom, a mere impediment of convention? Is that person justified in daring the world's opinion to attach this gentle, gracious life to his own?
No human can help as God can, sir.
But I have found the being, Jane. You've noticed my tender penchant for Miss Blanche Ingram. Do you not think if I married her, she would regenerate me with a vengeance?
Yes, sir.
To you I can talk of my lovely one, for now you have seen her.
Yes, sir.
She is a rare one, is she not, Jane?
Yes, sir.
A strapper. A real strapper.
It seems a fine enough morning.
It will be when the sun is well up.
Leave later.
So you already dined with your pupil?
Yes. She will spend the rest of the afternoon with her nurse.
Excuse me, miss.
I must go and find my husband.
There's someone to see you, miss, in Miss Fairfax's room.
Oh, thank you, John.
I dare say you hardly remember me, miss, but my name is Leven.
Robert, how do you do? You're married to Betty. How is she?
She's very hearty, thank you, miss. And so are the children. We have 3 now.
Oh.
But the family at the house, well, they're very badly. In great trouble. Your aunt, Mrs. Reed, is very ill. You see, Mr. John, your cousin, he died a week yesterday in London.
Bessie told me he was ruining his health.
They say he killed himself. Well, the news of Mr. John's death and the manner of it, it came too suddenly for the missus. She'd borne too much already. It brought on a stroke.
Will she live?
All I know, miss, is that she was 3 days without speaking. But then she kept trying to say something and kept making signs to my wife and mumbling. Well, it was only yesterday morning Bessie made out she was saying, "Your name. Bring Jane. Fetch Jane Eyre. I want to speak to her." If you can get ready, miss, I should like to take you back with me.
Yes, Robert. I shall go.
Bessie said you would.
I shall have to ask for leave first. I'll do that now.
Oh, I have no end of mystifications. Try your wits on this one.
Come in.
Now, Mr. Rochester, take any card.
Mr. Rochester, I'm sorry to have intruded.
That person appears to want you.
Does she? Miss Ashton, kindly oblige Miss Ingram by taking a card. If you ladies will excuse me. Well, Jane?
If you please, sir, I want a leave of absence for a week or two.
And what to do? Where to go?
To see a sick lady who has sent for me.
What sick lady? Where does she live?
At Gateshead, sir.
Well, it's 100 miles off. Who may she be that she sends for people to see her at that distance?
Her name is Reed, sir, Mrs. Reed.
Reed of Gateshead. There was a Reed of Gateshead, a magistrate.
It is his widow, sir. Mr. Reed was my mother's brother.
It's miles off.
Yes, sir, but I shall go.
And how long will you stay?
As short a time as possible.
Well, promise me you'll only stay a week.
I had better not give my word. I might be obliged to break it.
But you will come back. You won't let them persuade you to stay there.
I will, of course, return if all be well.
And who goes with you? I mean, you can't go all that way on your own.
The coachman, sir. His wife keeps the lodge. They're old friends.
When do you wish to leave?
As soon as I'm packed, sir.
Well, you'll need some money. I've given you no salary. How much have you in the world, Jane?
£5, sir.
Here.
It is £50, sir. You owe me but 15. I have no change.
I don't want change. Right. Right. Here is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10. Is it enough?
Yes, sir. But now you owe me 5.
Come back for it, then.
Mr. Rochester, I think this is a proper time to mention another matter.
I'm curious to hear it.
You have as good as informed me you are shortly to be married.
Yes. What then?
In that case, sir, Adele ought to go to school.
Well, to get her out of my bride's way, you mean? I might otherwise walk over her. There's sense in that. And you, Jane?
I must seek another situation elsewhere, sir.
You must. With the help of your family, I suppose.
No, sir. I am not on such terms with them. I shall advertise.
You shall walk up the pyramids of Egypt. Look, I wish I'd not given you that money now, Jane. Give me back £9. Look, I've a use for it.
So have I, sir.
You little niggard. Well, give me £5 then.
Not 5 shillings nor 5 pence, sir.
Just let me look at the money.
No, sir. You are not to be trusted.
Promise me you won't advertise. Look, if you want a situation, I'll find you one in time.
I shall be glad to, sir. If you in your turn will promise that I and Adele shall both be safe out of the house before your bride enters it.
Look, I'll give you my word on it. So, you're off then.
Yes.
And it seems that you and I must bid goodbye for a little while. How do people perform that ceremony, Jane? Teach me, I'm not quite up to it.
They say farewell, or any form they prefer.
Then say it.
Farewell, Mr. Rochester, for the present.
Farewell, Miss Eyre, for the present. Is that all?
Yes.
So, he'll do no more than say, farewell, Jane.
It is enough, sir.
Very likely. But it is blank and cool. Farewell.